I mean, the easiest way to find out is to go ahead and take a look inside. Hey everyone, I'm Michelle and welcome back to my meadow. On our recent live, someone asked what happened to the Subpod. So I thought today I would take a minute and tell you just a little bit about my Subpod adventure and what's growing on in there right now. Almost a year ago, I installed the Subpod into this raised garden bed. I chose this location because it's just off my porch and I thought it would be really easy to run out, dump in some food scraps, and keep on going. Well, I installed this right before my shoulder surgery, and the one part that I failed to do appropriately was use the aerator in order to help keep the air flowing through and to keep the food processing through to help the worms. With my shoulder, I simply could not take the handle and do the spinning that I was supposed to do. The second thing that went wrong is I was impatient. I kept putting food in without the worms having time to compost what was there. And then finally, this spot is hot all day long, and so it really didn't work out on round one. But now that it's been cooler weather and I can do some aeration, things are looking up. I don't know if we can see these guys in there. Thanks to Plant Obsessed, I ordered some new composting worms from Mimi's Worms, which is just about 100 miles or more from me, so they didn't have to travel far. And I installed them just before it got really cold weather, but it seemed like a good time because there's plenty of bed space here, plenty of ways for them to get warm, and slowly I have been adding food about once a week. Let's get a little closer look. I can see banana peels in there, paper towels, some lettuce, some sweet potatoes. And now that I have given it a shot and followed the instructions, feed and add dry carbon and aerate, things are going much better. I definitely am still excited about using it. I think I shared in another video, my plan is to get the Subpod into the center of this bed, and that will be in the next few weeks, I'm hoping. But overall, it is working as expected now that I am able to follow the instructions. The one drawback, the one thing that has made me unhappy about the Subpod is that these little dots that hold in the top, they don't stay in. And so they sent me some instructions. They say to take this and just bend it with a pair of pliers so that you're making a little more awkward shaped, and then pop it back in and that should hold it. Well, once I dump my first set of castings out of here, I'll be able to find the ones that are missing. So far I've lost half of them somewhere down in here. But other than that, it works exactly as expected. Is it worth the price? Frankly, I'm not sure. There might be some easier ways to do this with a high quality milk crate or something in a garden, or you could use buckets and drill your own holes. But I wanted to see how it was going to work. And so the jury's out on it long term on what we're doing, but I'm glad to say that I finally have it back in use. Let's go in and add a little bit. Save some tomato, some coffee. Cucumber. And just some general scraps. Generally, I don't put whole eggshells in here. I would crunch those down. Usually I save my eggshells and bake them. This one did not get baked, just in case you're wondering. Someone put it on the compost tray, so I'm just going to crunch it up today and put it in. Take the aerator, give it a little turn. It moves some of the food down and rotates some of the food around. and get some air down in the bottom here. Woo! Look at some of these. Looky, looky, looky. Because it has been colder, I have been using some extra layers of brown newsprint to help it out. And I don't have two blankets, I just have the one. So on one side, I use an old towel as a blanket. And I still have a little bit of the original blanket that came with it. Give these two things a pull, and we are set. Overall, I am happy with the Subpod, but the lessons that I learned was to, one, don't put it somewhere that it's going to be in the direct sun. This is a really convenient location, but I definitely will have to do something for shade for it in the coming spring and summer season. Number two, don't overload it. It's really easy when you have a regular compost just to throw everything in and let nature sort it out. In this situation, especially for me because of the heat, overloading it created too much heat, and I actually lost my first batch of worms. And by lost, I mean I think they baked to death because it got so terribly hot in there. And then three, make sure that you're following the instructions and aerating it as you go. Time will tell how this very first batch of worm castings is going to go, but I am excited, and it is going to be a lot of fun continuing to share this journey with you. If you have any tips on vermicomposting that you would like to share, or ideas on how you would do it more affordably in your own garden, feel free to put that in the comments below. Until next time, my friends, remember to drink plenty of water, wear that high quality sunscreen, and have a fantastic day.